the seals are as lively and curious about visitors as ever. And at first sight, Coquet Island looks what it is, a globally important breeding site for some of our rarest seabird species. Yet, even as you approach by boat, a kittiwake in the last spasms of a lingering death by bird flu. But look again at those terraces of breeding guillemots, puffins, sandwich and roseate terns, our rarest breeding species, and the bodies of the dead dot the island wherever you look. Dr. Ibrahim Al-Farwi from Latakia in Syria studied these colonies for his PhD. Now they are his working life.
The colony started well. We were optimistic, like to see that the colony was doing well. But exactly the same scenario happened. Around mid of June, we start seeing the numbers of the dead birds increasing dramatically. And unfortunately, we've lost hundreds of chicks and hundreds of adults from different species.
2 consecutive years now of donning PPE protective gear to monitor the ravages of this disease for RSPB staff. All around them, the effects of the virus, which are struck at the critical moment in the breeding season, the only time when these species come to land. Scientists here at Coquet, though, are now witnessing new behaviour as one species, sandwich terns, have gone to drastic lengths apparently to escape the virus.
But the very interesting behavior, they were nesting in that section for like the last 10 years, relatively speaking, exactly the same area. And this season, they changed the location to the middle of the island, which has never happened before. Historically, they used that area before, but after 10 years, it's changing that area after they struck heavily by bird flu.
For some species, it is catastrophic. 10,000 black-headed gulls should be raising chicks now on this grassy area by the lighthouse.
We should be seeing thousands of black-headed gulls, so they should have fledged by now. But yeah, we've hardly seen. I think we've seen 4, just 4 now.
And so it should be 5,000.
It should be 5,000 pairs with chicks. 1 or 2 chicks from each pair. So it should be alive with noise and birds all, flying and sitting on the rocks behind us, and you can just see how there are birds, but it's the puffins and kittiwakes there, but no black-headed gulls.
The dangerous combination of disturbing the birds and potentially being in contact with the virus means full scientific assessment is almost impossible for now. So for the moment, it is the seals who have the run of Coquet Island. The RSPB are keeping their visits to a minimum because of the biohazard threat. So they won't know until much later in the year just how serious this outbreak has been. But they say what so many organisations are saying up and down this coast, which is that we desperately need more research and more knowledge as to what we're dealing with when it comes to avian influenza. There are some crumbs of comfort. Along this coast, gannets at least appear to have growing species immunity. Some chicks of other species are also surviving. The nearby Farne Island guillemot colonies. We captured the moment when a chick leaps from the cliffs into the sea to begin a life on water, encouraged by the parent. Surviving bird flu thus far, though, is only the start. Because we know so little about this virus, the only long-term hope for now is that immunity somehow develops.